Hi, guys. Today I want to go over a new article I just published called Rethinking Work for the AI Age. My hypothesis here is that the AI revolution will require a dramatic rethinking of the way that we work. We saw that with the Industrial Revolution, and I think we're going to see that with the AI revolution as well. So much of how we work today comes from the Industrial Revolution. Back then, the majority of people worked on assembly lines, which means they executed standardized work and standardized jobs for standardized pay. So everyone had to be on the assembly line at the same time and in the same place to get work done. And these factories took a long time to build, and the work of the factory changed very little from day to day or even year to year. And as anyone who works in the modern economy knows, today's business world could not be more different, and that change is about to accelerate. So we really need a new way of working for the AI age. And now I'm going to talk about the several problems that I see with how we work currently and how I think we can adjust how we work to succeed in the AI age. So the first problem is the economy is built around standardized jobs and standardized job descriptions. That worked well in the industrial age where the job was standard, but the jobs are no longer standard. Many standardized jobs have already been automated, and those that have not are going to be the first to be automated by AI. So that's why standardized job descriptions are really not well suited for the AI age. So, what's the solution? You really have to embrace change. Succeeding is going to require using AI to automate any job it is capable of automating, and then working with AI to do everything else. As we humans work in concert with AIs, the AI is going to learn how to automate more and more of our jobs. And once that work is automated, we're going to have two options. We can go help another organization automate the same work, or we can upskill ourselves to do work that's not yet possible to automate. But the only constant here is change. And so to succeed, we need job descriptions and jobs that change is the norm and not the exception to the rule. The second, which goes hand in hand, is standardized pay. That's a problem. Standardized pay made sense in a world of standardized work because on an assembly line, if you were great at screwing nuts on a tire, you really didn't produce that much more or any more really than someone who was good at it. In the AI age, that's no longer true. Someone who is great at using AI is going to be able to add many times more value than someone who is simply good. So compensation should reflect that. So what's the solution? Instead of standardized pay, value-based pay. So the compensation should really be as closely tied to the value the individual is delivering as possible. And if someone is delivering 10x the value, they should be compensated 10 times as much. But remember here, I'm not saying if someone is 10 times as good, I said delivering 10 times the value. Because if the organization doesn't need the skills of the individual, they shouldn't pay for them no matter how good they are. Number three is the standardized work week. So again, here in a world of standardized work and factory and assembly line work, everybody needed to be at work at the same time for the assembly line to run. That's no longer true. And so 8 hour a day, 5 day work weeks no longer make sense for many jobs. And the solution to this is outcome based, not hours based work. One person with a tractor can do the work of 100 people without a tractor. And soon, one person with AI will be able to do the work of 100 people without AI. This means organizations need to incentivize people to get as much work done as possible and not disincentivize them to become more efficient by focusing on the number of hours that they're working. If someone's doing the same amount of work in 5 hours as someone else working 40, at a minimum, they should be paid the same thing. And really, the person working 5 hours a week to accomplish the same amount of work should be paid more so others mimic that. So, in addition to organizations incentivizing this, individuals are going to want to look for opportunities where they can earn more by using AI to deliver more and not for the number of hours that they sit at a desk. Problem four, full-time jobs. Again, full-time jobs made sense when the majority of jobs were standardized during a standard work week for standardized pay, when jobs changed little. Now that the only constant is going to be change, full-time jobs really, in many cases, don't make sense anymore. And the solution is the shift to freelance work. The organization needs the flexibility to swap team members in and out as rapidly as the environment changes. So freelance should be not the exception, but the rule. This will also allow the individual worker to be flexible and go wherever their skills are valued the most at any given time. Number five, middle management. So during the Industrial Revolution, middle managers were needed to measure the efficiency of processes and to come up with ideas for optimizing those processes. Today, that can be handled by software. So we really don't need middle managers anymore. And the solution is now everyone needs to be a manager. It's not a separate role in the AI age because every individual will have a team of AIs to manage and work with. And just like any good manager, they're going to need to understand the strengths and weaknesses of those AIs to fully leverage their AIs in the areas where they are strong and to work with their AIs to improve in the areas where they're weak. Problem 6, hierarchical org structures. Top-down org structures worked well for the Industrial Revolution because the work was simple. You needed a few smart people at the top making all the decisions, and you really didn't want the average worker thinking. You just wanted them to execute their standardized job in a standardized way. As we've been talking about throughout this article, all of that is no longer true, and it's been flipped on its head. So the solution to this is we need a new type of org structure that puts AI at the center. The AI revolution is driven by AI, and succeeding in the AI revolution will require putting AI at the center of everything. And this includes the org structure. So the org structure of the future looks like this with AI at the center, and then employees and everyone feeding the AI and the AI feeding the employees the information that they need to succeed. These types of hierarchical top-down org structures are not going to succeed in the AI age. There's too much change happening. So this is basically going to be the digital brain of the organization. Customer service call recordings, chats, emails, you're going to feed them into the digital brain. That AI will synthesize and summarize that information, make recommendations on how to improve the product based on that feedback. How do you improve your customer service? All of that. It's going to learn how to take on more and more of that customer work from the humans currently performing it so you can automate that and scale that. Marketing team members are going to feed this platform with data, and it's going to provide advice on how to optimize campaigns. HR is going to feed performance information of team members, and it's going to make compensation, hiring, and firing recommendation. And this AI is what's going to allow you to accomplish all the other aspects of this article as well. So it's going to identify the areas of the business that can be automated. It's going to estimate the value team members are adding so you can make value-based pay recommendations. It will automatically make recommendations for swapping team members in and out of the project and the organization based on the changing needs of the business. And it will help humans identify and improve on their own strengths and weaknesses, as well as those of their AI. So as this AI, this digital brain of the organization evolves and learns, it's going to become the company's primary competitive advantage. So if you want to succeed, you want to make sure you own your company's digital brain and not some other company like OpenAI. So I know this is a lot, but like we started the article with, this is not the first time this has happened. Electricity and the engine, the Industrial Revolution required rethinking every aspect of how we got work done. We succeeded at that. AI is going to require the same rethinking, and we're going to succeed at that as well. Hope you enjoyed this overview of the article. If you haven't already, I encourage you to visit me over at davewaring.com and hope to see you there. Take care.